Michael Jackson's Thriller album.
Stories in the Room.
This is Michael Jackson's Thriller album, Stories in the Room. Join film composer Anthony Marinelli, who programmed synthesizers for 7 songs on Thriller, and A&R veteran film producer Stephen Ray, who assisted Quincy Jones and was in the studio every day with Quincy and Michael.
Michael Jackson's Thriller album, Stories in the Room.
I'm Anthony Marinelli with my longtime close friend and co-host, Stephen Ray, bringing you the real stories directly from the talented people in the room with us during the making of Thriller, the greatest selling album of all time. So, Stephen, why don't you jump in and get it started?
When did you meet Michael? Was it during the Motown years? And when did you meet Quincy? And when did you start working with both of them?
Who wants to take that one?
Let's see. I guess I'll take that one. No, before the Thriller, we knew Michael. We had done Captain EO before that, right? I can't get to everything right, and we've done chronological order. Yes, it's kind of a long time ago. But what was other?
Well, I can kind of pick up.
Oh, and Quincy, we already knew Quincy too. And then this was the only project that we did with both of them, right?
Oh,
am I right? Coupled up together, because we already knew Quincy before this, and we already knew Michael before the Thriller too.
But I thought I heard you guys on some Jackson 5. That's before Thriller, right?
Yeah, that was way before the Thriller. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, when Motown first made
Go
the
ahead,
transition.
Orrin. What'd you do there?
Well, I'll Be There, Got to Be There, Never Can Say Goodbye, I Saw Mama Kissing Santa Claus, Daddy's Home, and just on and on and on. So many, we all did, I Saw Mama Kissing Santa Claus, Give Love at Christmas Time, and the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
But what I remember first being introduced to them and the whole Motown, when they first came out here from Detroit. When was that, Steve? When they made the transition from Detroit and came out
1969, 70.
here? It was probably pretty close to that time.
When they had the offices on Sunset up there. Hal Davis was up there.
Absolutely. It was 1969, 70, because Michael was attending Gardner Elementary School.
Yeah.
That's good. That's it.
And so it was in the early days that we were, matter of fact, blessed to be able to be counted into their family. And before we get going, though, I want to thank you guys. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Steve, for including us. We're really honored to
this is great.
to be a part of this.
Oh, no, absolutely. And I'm personally waiting for you to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's what I'm waiting for.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But the list goes on. My initial things, and when Julia and Maxine were working with Diana Ross and some of the other mega stars that Motown had, Jesse Kirkland and Joe Green and myself were doing a lot of the Jackson 5 things. And we would be in the studio, which cut my teeth on it, which created a night owl in me right now. We would be in the studio all night, Steve, as I'm sure you were. We'd be in the studio all night. By the time we got ready to go home, people would just be going to work. And we would just be going home because we had been in the studio all night. And on some occasions, they would fly Michael in to do the leads. Right. And so those are the kind of the timing that we were dealing with, and the dedication and the stick-to-itiveness that we needed to make to contribute to those magic moments.
Was he working at night too, like Michael and the brothers, because they're minors?
No specific time. Next thing you know, we'd be doing, and they say, "Okay, you guys take a break." They bring Michael in, because most of the time they were on the road themselves, and we were still recording, and so they would fly just him in and let him do the leads and stuff, which he was a perfectionist. He'd come in and nail it, and then they take him back, and we'd go back to work and stuff,
Yeah. And when did you start working with Quincy? Because I know it was before, Thriller.
Yeah, we already had a rapport with him. I'm trying to think of what we had before then.
I'm trying to think. So it was so much back then, because it was.
We were working like never
2 and 3 jobs a day. We would get jobs back to back each day. So it was like remembering those
trying to
jobs,
think
how
of
they
who.
were. I can't remember exactly, but we knew Quincy and he knew us.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but like Maxine said, that was the only time that we really
The
did
two
the
of
two
them,
of them together.
Yeah, the two of them were together. Was on
when they
that
got
project.
together to do that.
So it was always separate.
Yes,
Yeah,
most
we
of
knew
the
them,
time.
Separate
and
at
then we
first.
all got together for.
We knew Quincy first.
Right. That's what I thought. Yes.
Yeah, we knew we met Quincy first and had done a couple of things, but I can't remember the jobs that we actually did.
And then Julia and I did. I don't know if you guys remember. Diana Ross had a song called "I Want Muscles."
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's Julia. Me, Julia, and Michael did the backgrounds. on
Oh,
that.
yes. I remember that song. Yeah.
You know what Michael would always said? He said, "I love the Waters because the timbres of our voices
Right.
matched his perfectly."
Yeah.
So Orrin, the only person that could replace Orrin is Michael.
Oh, okay.
That was it. You know, he loved singing. He said,
That's pretty good.
"I like to sing.
yeah,
Your
yeah.
voices are just
Yeah.
like mine."
Yeah. He sounded like
He was some. I remember when we were doing "Want to Be Starting Something," and all of that relationship with Michael is just so important now. Back then, you know, when you're doing it, you don't focus on it as much.
Exactly.
But now, at a moment like this, where you're drawn to bring those things back out, it gets you right here.
Yeah.
You know, to remember those moments. But going back to the Quincy thing, I think the first thing I did with Quincy was the Brothers Johnson.
Yes, that's probably.
Ooh, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding,
Strawberry.
Ooh, Strawberry Letter 21 or something
Strawberry
like that.
Letter, yeah.
Yes,
That's
yes.
probably
yes.
where we met Quincy.
Yes.
That's probably
Oh, yeah.
from where we
Yes.
met Quincy from.
I
Yes.
can't remember the
Because
first-
that's, I knew we knew
Yeah.
Quincy, but I
We
couldn't
did
think of it. But we
so
did the
much
Brothers
stuff.
Johnson, so that makes sense, Orrin.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
for remembering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no question.
Thank you for remembering.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what it was. We did a lot of Brothers Johnson.
Yeah, you did. George and Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
we did.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
Lewis is on Billie Jean playing the bass.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
That's a bass line that was doubled. It was doubled with synthesizer, but it's the basic track was Lewis.
That's what,
Yeah.
wow, that's something.
Wow.
They, you know, they used to live in Altadena up here with us. They,
They were Altadenians too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're good friends, as a matter of fact. With George. So all of that kind of.
So they're still up here.
No.
Well, no, I think
he
some-
moved away.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, Lewis passed away.
that's what I thought. Yeah,
Yeah.
he passed away years and years
Lewis
ago.
did.
You know, he
Lewis
was
did.
in Australia, but they were actually the Brothers Johnson. They were from my neighborhood of Crenshaw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, you know, it's a small world how the chemistry, all that comes together between,
Oh,
you know,
Yeah.
all around. You know, it's like I always used to say, a lot of the music itself is all centered around Quincy or Michael, separate or together. Whether it's Michael's growing up through Motown and Quincy's jazz, you know, the Brothers Johnson, you know, it's all centered around, you know, so much of that connectivity and that energy is between the two of them. It's amazing the people that they brought together, that came together because of them, you know?
Yes. I consider it magical.
Yes.
Because those are the moments in the song where, and like you were alluding to earlier, Anthony, where the sometimes the unexpected happens, and instead of you just wiping it or throwing it away, you say, no, wait, let's listen to it. And you listen to it, and you hear the magic moments that you would have not been able to capture if it had not been a mistake or something like that.
Join us for the next episode of Michael Jackson's Thriller album, Stories in the Room, with your hosts, Anthony Marinelli and Stephen Ray. Watch our extended interviews on youtube.com/@storiesintheroom. Audio-only interviews are available on all podcast networks. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok @StoriesInTheRoom. For the latest news and links, visit the website, storiesintheroom.com. This podcast is produced by Christian D. Bruun and David Wolf, recorded by Audivita Studios. Additional recording by Ben Rackless. Edited by Jay Spang and Sean Hedinger. Music by Anthony Marinelli and Stephen Ray.
Michael Jackson's Thriller album.
Stories in the room.